Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mental Path Podcast. I'm Dr. Gretchen Gavero, and I'm here to give you real mental health skills that actually work in your everyday life. I'm a psychiatrist, a physician expert on mental health. Last episode, we talked about overthinking and how to break free from those nagging thought spirals. Today, we're diving into something closely related, that's performance anxiety. You know that feeling when you're about to put yourself out there and suddenly your heart starts racing? Maybe it's posting something online, speaking up in a meeting, giving a presentation, or even stepping on stage. That nervous energy that makes you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. Here's a confession. Back in 2023, when I posted my very first public reel on Instagram, I overthought it for days. I was really anxious, maybe even scared. I kept wondering, well, what would people think? Was it good enough? My mind was really spinning on all the what ifs. Look, I've given so many lectures. I've stood in front of hundreds of people in conferences over the past 10 years. But being in the camera or being in front of the camera felt different. Here's what's fascinating with all of this. Putting myself out there online and creating this podcast have actually become some of the best training grounds for managing nerves and building confidence for me. Life kind of has this funny way of giving us exactly what we need to grow, yeah? Okay, so let's figure out, why does our brain mess with us like this? Performance anxiety is completely normal. Your brain is literally wired to care about what others think because way back in the days, like in our evolutionary history, being accepted by your group meant survival. But getting kicked out of the tribe meant you're done. Today, your brain still thinks posting a video or speaking up could get you rejected from the modern tribe. Your amygdala, that's your brain's alarm system, can't really tell the difference between a real threat and someone potentially not liking your post. And this isn't just about public speaking or social media. Musicians, actors, athletes, we all deal with this. Studies even show that up to 70% of musicians experience performance anxiety. You know, my husband Carl, he grew up playing the violin, and looking back, he told me he realized that performance anxiety probably held him back. Like that rush of nerves before recitals, the constant worry about messing up in front of people. There were probably times when it kept him from truly enjoying his musical journey as a child. But you know, even professional performers feel this anxiety. The difference is that over time, they've probably learned to work with those feelings instead of fighting them. And there are so many skills to do that, so many ways to learn how to do that. So, what's actually happening in your body and your brain? When performance anxiety kicks in, your amygdala sees the threat of being judged and sounds the alarm. And then your body floods with stress hormones. Your heart starts pounding, your palms sweating, you feel shaky, and you feel those butterflies in your stomach. This is your fight or flight response doing exactly what it's designed to do. Your body is prepping for battle, even though the only battle is happening inside your own mind. Some of us are born with more sensitive nervous systems, and genetics definitely play a role. But also, maybe you grew up in an environment where mistakes felt catastrophic, where you just get scolded or ridiculed when you make an error. Or you had one bad experience that your brain filed away as evidence that performing is dangerous. But having a sensitive system doesn't mean you're stuck. It means we just need to be more intentional about how we care for ourselves in these moments. So let me share what I do and what the research shows really helps. I want to organize this in a way that makes sense, so I'm going to start with your mindset, then preparing your body and environment, and finally building your confidence over time. First, get your mind right. Get crystal clear on your why. When anxiety starts creeping in, I remind myself, hey, I want to help at least one person today. I want to share what I know. I want to break the stigma around mental health. There's so many things. I want to leave these lessons for my kids. When you focus on your purpose instead of your fear, a lot of things shift. You can also reframe the pressure. For me, instead of saying, I have to be perfect, I tell myself, I'm here to serve. It really takes the spotlight off me and puts it on the message. This helps me challenge those anxious thoughts. This is cognitive behavioral therapy in action, by the way. When your brain says, everyone's going to judge me, ask yourself, hey, is this actually true? What evidence do I have that it's true? And what evidence do I have that challenges this thought? Next, prepare your body and environment. Timing matters more than you think. For me, I only record when I'm in a positive state, not super tired, not hungry, no major stress weighing on my mind. This means my daily mental health practices have to be solid first. I also remember that your body position changes your mind. Research shows that sitting or standing in an open, expansive posture for just 2 minutes increases confidence hormones and lowers stress hormones. So for me, I stand tall, shoulders back when I record. It literally changes how I feel from the inside out. Also, make sure that you use what makes you feel authentically you. Sometimes I wear earrings I love or put on lipstick that makes me feel confident. When you feel good about how you show up, it translates to how you sound. You can also have a pre performance ritual. Many performers have routines like stretching, visualization, vocal warm ups. Having a ritual tells your brain you're prepared and ready. Then you can use these practical techniques. Keep your process simple. I used to overthink everything into paralysis. Now I have a very clear process: brainstorm, draft, script, record, and publish. Don't let your brain talk you out of it in between steps. You can even trick your brain in the kindest way. Like sometimes I put a picture of my kids in front of the camera where my brain thinks I'm just having a conversation with them, not broadcasting it to the internet. That calms me down a bit. Also, this is something my husband always reminds me about. Breathe while you speak. I focus on taking full breaths while talking. At least I try. It's actually very hard for me. This keeps your voice steady and your mind calm. You can also use all types of breath work that works for you. When anxiety hits, like square breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4, and then repeat. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's natural calm down response. Finally, you can build confidence over time. Start small and build momentum. Post something low stakes, speak up once in a meeting. Each time you do it and survive, your brain learns it's not actually dangerous. People often ask me about medications for performance anxiety. There are options. Some performers use propranolol. It's a very common medication that helps with physical symptoms like racing heart and shaky hands. But for some, it can make you feel tired and only helps with the body part, not really the mental patterns. There are other anti-anxiety medications like alprazolam or Xanax. These are benzodiazepines. In my opinion, these aren't usually the best choice for performance situations. They can affect your memory and how well you perform, plus they carry a lot of risks. In a few situations, like if someone has debilitating or paralyzing anxiety, then maybe they can help. But remember, you have to be super responsible when taking these medications. What works best over time is therapy combined with all of these strategies we've been talking about earlier. For example, cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT helps you actually rewire those thought patterns. That's where real lasting change happens. If you're thinking about medications, definitely talk with your doctor. And do keep therapy and behavioral skills in mind. They should be at the top of the list. Remember, everyone's situation is different. So, what if anxiety hits you when you're already on stage or in front of the camera? My advice: don't fight it. Just notice it. Say to yourself, I'm feeling anxious right now, and that's totally normal. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice 3 things you can see. You can take 1 deep breath in through your nose and slow breath out through your mouth. Keep it simple. If there's a crowd, pick one friendly face and talk to them. If you're on camera, imagine you're talking to someone you care about. Just one person. And also remember why you're there. Let that bigger purpose pull you forward. And keep going. The anxiety will pass. And most people don't even notice when you're nervous. They're usually rooting for you. Here's what I want you to try this week. Think of one small way you can practice showing up. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, posting something real on social media, or having a conversation you've been avoiding. Every time you feel the anxiety and choose to show up anyway, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're proving to yourself that these social risks aren't really life or death situations. This continues to be a journey for me too. The goal is not to get rid of anxiety or nervousness completely, but it's to not let it stop you from sharing what you have to offer the world. That's what I think about. You have something valuable to give. Don't let anxiety tell you otherwise. Okay, thanks for spending these few minutes with me. If this helped, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Next week, we're talking about something fun. I'm going to look into some of the most common mental health questions people search online, and I'll give you my thoughts so you can see how I will answer them as a psychiatrist. Okay, I'll see you next week on the Mental Path Podcast. Take care.